Formula One stands as the third highest watched global sport, trailing only the Olympics and FIFA World Cup.
The technical and sporting regulations span over 200 pages, with supplementary financial rules for teams and a sporting code for drivers. Despite this complexity, the fundamental concept remains simple. Be the first to cross the finish line.
The FIA Formula One World Championship began in 1950. The primary objective hasn't changed since those early days. Drivers race to finish first, earn points for top positions, and the one with the most points at season's end becomes world champion. What started as 7 championship rounds has expanded considerably. The 2025 season will feature 24 races across the globe.
The racing calendar runs from March through November, visiting diverse locations across Europe, Asia, the Americas, the Middle East, and Australia. These events take place on permanent circuits, street tracks, and hybrid venues. Interestingly, for original venues from 73 years ago remain Silverstone, Monaco, Spa, and Monza. Governing structure of Formula One. Who sets the rules for Formula One? The Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, commonly known as the FIA, established in 1904 and headquartered in Paris. This governing body oversees races and establishes strict safety standards for both cars and circuits. The organizational aspects of Formula One, including circuit management, commercial partnerships, and television coverage, fall under Formula One Management, or FOM. This entity is currently owned by Liberty Media, a U.S.-based company that has brought fresh perspectives to the sports presentation and marketing. Together, these organizations maintain the delicate balance between sporting integrity, commercial viability, and technological advancement that characterizes modern Formula One. Teams and drivers. Formula One features 10 competing teams, each fielding 2 cars, bringing the total to 20 drivers on the grid. These teams, officially designated as constructors, must build their own cars within the regulated parameters. Team ownership takes 2 primary forms: private entities or automobile manufacturers. Drivers typically commit exclusively to one team for multiple seasons, creating stable relationships that facilitate long-term development. Ferrari holds the distinction of being Formula One's oldest team, having competed in every season since the championship's inception in 1950. McLaren celebrated its 70th anniversary in 2023, showcasing the rich history within the sport. Conversely, newer entries like the American-owned Haas team joined only recently, in 2016. The geographical distribution of teams reveals Formula One's European roots. 7 teams operate from the United Kingdom, 2 from Italy, and 1 from Switzerland. Formula One cars, engineering marvels. Formula One cars rank among the most technologically sophisticated machines on the planet. Comprising thousands of precision-engineered parts, these vehicles represent the pinnacle of automotive innovation. For manufacturers Mercedes, Ferrari, Renault, and Honda, design and supply the 1.4-liter V6 turbocharged power units. These engines incorporate hybrid thermal energy recovery systems, generate approximately 1,000 horsepower, and can rev up to 15,000 RPM. The construction materials play a crucial role in performance. Carbon fiber dominates, offering exceptional strength while maintaining minimal weight. Aerodynamic elements, particularly the front and rear wings, generate downforce that literally pushes the car into the track, enabling extraordinary cornering speeds. The performance statistics speak for themselves. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.6 seconds. From 60 to 120 miles per hour in even less time. Top speeds exceeding 210 miles per hour. Braking from 60 miles per hour to a complete stop in approximately 1.5 seconds and 15 meters. These technical specifications translate into an awe-inspiring spectacle for spectators. The passionate fan base rallies behind favorite teams and drivers, creating an electric atmosphere at every race. The Formula One season. The Formula One season spans from March to November. The 2025 calendar features 24 Grands Prix across various international locations. These events take place on diverse circuit types, including purpose-built permanent tracks, temporary street circuits, and hybrid configurations. Each Grand Prix, derived from French meaning big prize, covers approximately 190 miles and lasts a maximum of 2 hours. Drivers must make at least one pit stop for fresh tires, with these highly choreographed maneuvers often completed in under 3 seconds. The standard race weekend structure follows a consistent pattern. Races primarily occur on Sundays, preceded by 2 days of practice sessions. The all-important qualifying session takes place on Saturday, determining the starting grid. The fastest qualifier secures the coveted pole position at the front of the grid. Standard race weekend format. A typical Formula One weekend unfolds over 3 days, generally Friday through Sunday. The schedule follows a well-established pattern that allows teams to progressively refine their approach. Friday features 2 one-hour practice sessions, Free Practice 1, or FP1, and Free Practice 2, or FP2. During these sessions, teams validate their car's functionality, develop a feel for the track, and begin exploring setup adjustments. Saturday begins with Free Practice 3, or FP3, the final hour-long opportunity for teams to fine-tune their cars before the critical qualifying session. After FP3, park firm conditions activate, severely limiting further modifications to the vehicles. Qualifying later on Saturday consists of 3 segments with decreasing durations. Q1, 18 minutes, with the slowest 5 drivers eliminated. Q2, 15 minutes, with 5 more drivers eliminated. Q3, 12 minutes, determining the top 10 starting positions. The driver who sets the fastest overall lap secures pole position for Sunday's Grand Prix. Race day procedures. The Grand Prix itself represents the culmination of the weekend's activities. The race covers a minimum distance of 305 kilometers, except Monaco at 260 kilometers, with the exact number of laps calculated to exceed this threshold. Several preparatory steps precede the actual race start. Drivers conduct reconnaissance laps to assess track conditions and perform last-minute checks. After positioning their cars on the grid according to qualifying results, drivers briefly participate in the national anthem ceremony. Once drivers return to their vehicles and team personnel clear the grid, the formation lap begins. During this lap, drivers weave side to side to build tire temperature. Upon returning to their grid positions, the official start sequence commences. 5 red lights illuminate sequentially, and when all extinguish simultaneously, the race begins. During the Grand Prix, drivers must use at least 2 different tire compounds. Unlike some racing series, Formula One does not permit in-race refueling. Drivers can employ the drag reduction system, or DRS, which temporarily reduces aerodynamic drag to facilitate overtaking when within 1 second of a competitor. Point system and championships. Formula One operates dual championship classifications: the Drivers' Championship for individual competitors and the Constructors' Championship for teams. The Grand Prix points distribution follows this structure. First place, 25 points. Second place, 18 points. Third place, 15 points. Fourth place, 12 points. Fifth place, 10 points. Sixth place, 8 points. Seventh place, 6 points. Eighth place, 4 points. Ninth place, 2 points. 10th place, 1 point. At season's end, the driver and team with the highest point totals claim their respective world championship titles. 3 teams have dominated Formula One in the 21st century: Ferrari, Red Bull, and Mercedes.
Sprint race format. In recent years, Formula One has introduced an additional competition format, the sprint race. These shortened contests occur at select events throughout the season, bringing a different dynamic to the traditional weekend structure. The 2025 season includes 6 sprint weekends scheduled at China, Miami, Belgium, Austin, Sao Paulo, and Qatar. These events modify the standard weekend format considerably. The sprint itself covers just 100 kilometers, approximately 1/3 the distance of a full Grand Prix. No mandatory pit stops apply, creating a straightforward dash to the finish line. Points accrue to the top 8 finishers, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, contributing to both championship standings. How does a sprint weekend differ structurally? Friday includes just one practice session, followed by sprint qualifying, a compressed version of standard qualifying. Saturday features the sprint race, followed by traditional qualifying for Sunday's Grand Prix. The sprint results have no bearing on the Grand Prix starting grid. Sprint qualifying follows a format similar to traditional qualifying, but with shortened segments. SQ1, 12 minutes with medium tires. SQ2, 10 minutes with medium tires. SQ3, 8 minutes with soft tires. With less preparation time, teams must optimize their setups rapidly, often relying heavily on pre-weekend factory work. The compressed schedule creates additional pressure for drivers, who must deliver precise laps immediately without the luxury of multiple attempts. The evolution of Formula One formats. Formula One's weekend format has evolved considerably since its inception. Qualifying, in particular, has undergone numerous revisions over the decades. Before the World Championship began in 1950, grid positions were sometimes determined by drawing lots. From 1950 to 1996, qualifying consisted of 2 one-hour sessions, one on Friday, one on Saturday. Additionally, some drivers had to pre-qualify for the main qualifying session until this practice ended in 1992. In 1996, qualifying transformed into a single Saturday session with a 12-lap limit per driver. The 1997 European Grand Prix at Jerez witnessed an extraordinary occurrence when Jacques Villeneuve, Michael Schumacher, and Heinz-Harald Frentzen all set identical qualifying times of 1 minute and 21.072 seconds. Villeneuve claimed pole position as he had set his time first. The 2003 season introduced one-lap qualifying, with drivers emerging individually in championship order on Friday. Saturday featured another single-lap session in reversed order from Friday's results. By 2004, both one-lap sessions moved to Saturday, before 2005 brought aggregated qualifying, combining times from a Saturday afternoon low-fuel run and a Sunday morning high-fuel run. The following year saw a system resembling the current format implemented, though in-session refueling continued until its 2010 ban. An unsuccessful elimination system appeared briefly in 2016, with drivers dropping out every 90 seconds after an initial period. The familiar 3-stage knockout format returned 2 races later and has remained since. Formula One compared to other racing series. Formula One represents just one facet of the global motorsport landscape. 2 other prominent series, IndyCar and Formula E, offer different approaches to open-wheel racing. IndyCar stands as the pinnacle of North American open-wheel competition, tracing its history to the early 20th century. Its flagship event, the Indianapolis 500, first ran in 1911. Unlike Formula One, all IndyCar teams use identical Dallara IR-12 chassis with a Dallara IR-18 aero kit, though they come in 3 specifications for different track types: road/street courses, short ovals, and speedways. Formula E, launched in 2014, represents motorsport's electric future. This all-electric championship features street races in major global cities like Tokyo, Sao Paulo, and Mexico City. All teams compete in identical Gen 3 Evo cars with varying powertrains, reaching speeds up to 200 miles per hour with 350 kilowatts power output. Each series offers distinct racing experiences. Formula One excels in technological advancement, aerodynamic performance, and historic prestige. IndyCar highlights driver skill across diverse track types with standardized equipment and higher oval speeds, exceeding 230 miles per hour. Formula E showcases energy management strategy with pack racing that often intensifies dramatically in closing laps. Practice and qualifying procedures also differ significantly between the 3 series. While Formula One employs the 3-stage knockout format, IndyCar varies its approach based on circuit type. Formula E uses a unique duels format, where drivers progress through head-to-head matchups after initial group sessions. race procedures further distinguish these championships. Formula One uses standing starts, prohibits refueling, and requires multiple tire compounds. IndyCar employs rolling starts, permits refueling, and mandates different tire compounds. Formula E features unique elements like attack mode, providing temporary power boosts, and pit boost, offering energy recharges during doubleheader events. Watching and enjoying Formula One. For newcomers, understanding how to watch and interpret Formula One enhances the viewing experience substantially. Television coverage varies by region, with dedicated channels like Sky Sports F1 in the UK and Ireland, supplemented by highlights packages on other networks. What makes Formula One particularly engaging? The combination of cutting-edge technology, strategic depth, and driver skill creates a multifaceted sporting experience. The close competition at the front of the grid, often separated by mere tenths of seconds, generates dramatic battles that can unfold over entire race distances. The global calendar blends historic circuits like Silverstone and Spa-Francorchamps with newer venues such as Miami and Las Vegas, offering visual and competitive variety throughout the season. Each location presents unique challenges that test different aspects of car performance and driver capability. Practice sessions, more than meets the eye. The importance of practice sessions extends beyond simple track familiarization. These sessions serve multiple technical and strategic purposes that directly impact weekend performance. FP1 primarily focuses on system checks and baseline setup evaluation. Teams often test new aerodynamic components during this session, taking advantage of the opportunity to gather real-world data on potential improvements. FP2 typically emphasizes longer runs that simulate race conditions, though teams also dedicate time to qualifying simulation when conditions permit. This balanced approach helps refine both one-lap pace and longer-term tire management strategies. FP3 represents the final preparation opportunity before qualifying. Drivers concentrate on shorter runs to optimize their qualifying approach, with teams making final setup adjustments before park firm restrictions activate. Modern Formula One cars carry over 250 sensors that generate more than a terabyte of data throughout a race weekend. This information guides the setup changes implemented between sessions, allowing engineers to systematically improve performance. Regulations require each driver to vacate their seat for one FP1 session per season, creating opportunities for rookie drivers with fewer than 2 Grand Prix starts to gain valuable experience.
The variable nature of practice, with different fuel loads and tire compounds used under changing conditions, makes direct performance comparisons challenging. Analysts must consider numerous factors when interpreting practice times and projecting likely qualifying and race performances. Grand Prix variations. Despite the standardized format, each Grand Prix maintains distinctive characteristics that affect competition. The Monaco Grand Prix, for example, uses a shorter race distance of 260 kilometers instead of the standard 305 kilometers, acknowledging the slower speeds inherent to this tight street circuit. The international nature of Formula One means races occur across multiple time zones as the championship progresses around the world. Fans must adjust their viewing schedules accordingly, with race start times varying significantly depending on location. Formula One's global footprint creates logistical challenges for teams, who must transport personnel and equipment efficiently between venues. This traveling circus aspect represents a significant operational undertaking beyond the on-track competition. The appeal of Formula One. What drives Formula One's global popularity? The combination of technological excellence, sporting drama, and international prestige creates a compelling package for millions of viewers worldwide. For technical enthusiasts, Formula One offers unparalleled engineering sophistication. The continuous development race between teams pushes the boundaries of automotive technology, with innovations often eventually filtering down to road cars. For sporting fans, the wheel-to-wheel combat between the world's elite drivers provides dramatic entertainment. Strategic elements, including tire selection, pit stop timing, and weather adaptation, add layers of complexity beyond pure speed. The historical dimension attracts many followers. With a championship lineage stretching back over 70 years, Formula One carries rich traditions and legendary moments that resonate through generations of fans. Netflix's documentary series, Drive to Survive, has introduced Formula One to new audiences, particularly in markets like the United States where interest has grown substantially in recent years. This expanded reach has brought fresh energy to a sport with deep historical roots. Formula One appeals to anyone with an appreciation for innovation and competition. The raw speed, technical sophistication, and human skill combine to create a sporting spectacle unlike any other in the world of motorsport.